We went through a triple timeline split to put us all on the highest timeline for 2023. This is an important message. Future proves past in this message, and we'll reflect back on the year and on the triple timeline split that many of us went through, and we're all going to share and collaborate on this video together. And how this all, even though it might not be so easy, you might not have had the easiest year, and these 3 time periods, they might not be so bright and cheerful. But this triple timeline split has put us on the highest timeline for 2023. Sometimes when we're going through a moment in time and, we go through an experience and it seems quite dark, but it's actually catapulting us onto a higher timeline. When we go through extreme pressure, it's activating dormant DNA, and that's what we need. That's what we need to catapult forward in 2023. Some people think they could read something on the internet that is the almighty and they know everything. Some people think they could read a book and it's their almighty and they know everything. But a lot of people are becoming lost right now. Very lost. And we're here to awaken our truth that what we need to read is in the DNA. And there's no escaping this. Nothing can stop this. It's actually within the DNA. You see, the answers can't be put out there for all to see. We're in a spiritual war. There's spiritual warfare going on at this time. And it's very important that we learn to go within at this time. If you've been on the channel, we've been sharing about this. The energy theme of the time period is activating the I am presence, because we need people to lead us forward. Super Freak, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Yeah, sometimes we have to get lost in order to be found. And you might feel lost on your journey. You say, oh, I feel a little bit lost during this time period. And recently, we gathered on Zoom and, to have the validation that so many people went through the triple timeline split. This is a very important message. I think it's going to give clarity to so many of us that are, serving in spiritual World War III. Cheers to everyone authentically sharing in spiritual World War III. Marshall McLuhan said it was an informational consciousness war. And future proves past. We could see now in the now moment that it is all about information. It's all about consciousness. And it's very important that we get this information out there. Please give the video a like. It really helps others find this message. And you might be going through some darkness right now. It's the third wave of the triple timeline split happening right now. So let's take out a little bit of this anxiety with the love bowl. The only way out is to go within. And 3 times this year, there was an energy that came in. And we're going to share the evidence. If you're new to the channel, you could literally go back. I'll be sharing when this all started, each time period throughout this year. We are being placed in position for the highest timeline in 2023. And sometimes at face value, it's not what we want. It's a little uncomfortable, but it's what we need. That's why, like, I'm here. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. This is a self-empowerment channel. And if you are here for self-empowerment, why don't you write self-empowerment in the chat? Because only you know the answers. No one else knows the answers but you. And we all have to learn that. And that's what we learned this past year. As 2022 comes to an end, we are catapulted onto a new timeline for 2023. Future proofs past. And this is very important because when we have this real life evidence and we're all experiencing the same thing, when we come together, we could see clearly where we are. So I gave everyone enough time to get on the live stream. If you haven't done so already, I'm very grateful if you would please gently tap the like button, or you could smash it, whatever you prefer. It's really helpful when you click the like button. It's going to help others find this message. Shirley Clark, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, Shirley. If you resonate with this message through free will, why don't you subscribe to the channel and click the bell next to subscribe and select all, because we do daily updates on this channel. There's so much going on as the old Matrix reality collapses. So I will be present here daily. It's not as easy as some people like to make it out to be. Imagine being present every single day during World War III. It's a spiritual war, so sometimes you're going to experience ascension symptoms. If you would like to join our Patreon, we hold these live Zoom meetings. What I'm discussing today, we have a 2-hour Zoom meeting. The recording is up on Patreon, plus all the previous videos and uncensored content is on Patreon. The link is in the description. If you would like to support the channel, there's a link at the pinned comment. These are the days of the rapture. There is a sorting happening right now. The wheat from the tares, a massive sorting that's happening. And sometimes it makes us feel very uncomfortable, especially when there's people in our everyday lives, when we have situations in our everyday life, and especially when we have an identity. And as we go through the sorting, the wheat from the tares, we're getting shook up right now. Laura Lee, thank you so much for the support. I love you, Laura Lee. Yeah, we have to put on the full armor of God right now. We went through this triple timeline split to put us on the highest timeline for 2023. And focus on this, reflect on your life. What was the triple timeline split? Number 1 was the end of March into the beginning of April. So right around March 29th, 30th, we had a massive solar storm, X3 class solar flare. It shook us to our core. We were sitting in the energy. I remember the darkness of April. And that was the worst one. So as we went through the year, it seemed to get easier and easier because we're constantly activating our DNA. Made us feel very uncomfortable. I want you to reflect back to the end of March and the beginning of April. Did you go through a massive timeline split at that time? And it was accompanied by external energy to shake us up. The next time was September 7th. September 7th, the beginning of the 9-day Schumann resonance blackout. During that time, we went through another timeline split. And you might have felt very uncomfortable at this time. You might be losing friends and family at this time. And sometimes we lose in order to gain so much more. And right now, in recent times, in the beginning of December, we got hit with another solar storm. And it's putting us in an unfamiliar place. When we look around, when you go through these massive timeline splits, and you could share in the chat or share in the comments, your surroundings, right? It's almost like there's a darkness in the air. The last couple of days, there was darkness. Now I feel it's more brighter. You might feel extreme anxiety during this time period. I want you to reflect back. Think about your life in the end of March, beginning of April, around September 7th for a couple of days, and now in the beginning of December for a couple of days. Did you go through this darkness? Did you have this anxiety in your everyday life? Did you get hit with this energy? It's shaking us up. And there will be those that get left behind. Nothing can stop this. On our journey, sometimes we have energetic cords with others. And we don't know who's moving forward. We don't know who's staying behind. But we're going to have to amp ourselves up. On our journey, even myself, I might give away my free will. I'm saying, oh, maybe I'll listen to this person. Maybe I'll listen to that person. And over the course of this year, we got fine-tuned for our leadership role in 2023. The triple timeline split fine-tuned us to be on the highest timeline for our leadership role in 2023. The energy shook things up. If you're new to the channel, you could go back on the channel page. You could even type in X3 class solar flare, our everyday lives. You could go back to that video, reflect on that time period. You could go to the 9-day Schumann resonance blackout on the channel page. Tremendous. And look how much our channel grew during the 9-day Schumann resonance blackout. In the darkness, in the void. Sometimes we feel that darkness, but we're all created in the dark. We're all created in the dark. We're born in the dark. And in this void, we come out and we keep leveling up. So this year, this was a very accelerated time period. And as we accelerate through this year, it is putting us on the highest timeline for 2023. If you're here for the highest timeline in 2023, why don't you smash the like button? Why don't you shoot some rocket ships in the chat right now? We needed the energy to shake things up. A lot of us, you know, we're kind of stuck in an area. And God starts blasting us with this energy. And it shakes things up in our everyday life. Hard times to move us forward. Yeah. Hard times to move us forward. And please continue to share if you're listening live or if you're listening on the replay. And you could share your stories, your experiences. 3 times this year, we got blasted by some kind of energy. Who even knows what we got hit with during the 9-day Schumann resonance blackout? Wasn't that crazy? Remember the 9-day Schumann resonance blackout? There's a lot of pressure to activate dormant DNA during this time period. And we all have to stand together and learn what's really going on. Jim Davidson, thank you so much for the support. Jim writes, I spoke to some people yesterday. We all felt a jump. Yeah, we're jumping higher and higher right now. I love you all. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on a second here. Just give me a second here. I can't get it. Glitching, always glitching the matrix. It's unbelievable. Did I just miss something? Oh, there we go. Metaphysical Mike 555. The chat is blowing up. Please subscribe to the channel. It's a tremendous chat. I can't even keep up with the chat. Thank you so much, Metaphysical Mike. Mike, I faced my greatest fear. I went all myself further away from my house and neighborhood in an Uber car. I feel so empowered. Breakthrough. I know you share a lot about your journey, Metaphysical Mike, and that's really important to come out of our comfort zone. At this time. And that's what we all have to focus on, coming out of our comfort zone. Stop relying on things as our crutch. And that's why these things were removed, these energetic cords. Now we could just be free to roam around. Maybe some people didn't have the best interest in mind, and they were actually trying to infiltrate and actually take control of your journey. Nature Boy, Woo! Thank you so much, Nature Boy. I appreciate you. I love you, Nate. We're building the family every single day. I'm so grateful for all of you that have been here for so long. Every single day we have videos. We have a beautiful family. Please, again, please smash the like button. It really helps this message get out there. Each time this past year, the energy that we got hit with and the trials and tribulations that we got hit with, the darkness that we went through, it got a little bit easier and easier each time. Because we're activating. You have to, once you realize everything is an energy theme, you could see it in the world, the actual energy. You could see it through behaviors of individuals in your everyday life, and they all have the same characteristical traits, and they're doing the same energy themes. Each time it became easier for you to get through it because you are activating your DNA. Sometimes we lose some to gain more. The best example of this was in September. On my journey, I went through things and, I didn't really understand. I could say, how can people change so much? People that I knew my entire life. Sometimes you know people for a couple of years. Sometimes you know people for your whole life. And you go through massive changes. But look how much we've all grown because we have to let go of all of these subconscious programs that maybe even others are giving us, and we're embracing who we truthfully are. And we have to embrace who we truthfully are for 2023. Write 2023 in the chat right now. You're not going to believe 20. If you thought this year and 2020 and all these, wait till 2023. The mind gets fragmented. Some people, they don't like this. They can't handle it. It's okay. A lot of this is done by design, remember, and stay focused on this. The devil will try to wear out the saints. A lot of people are getting frustrated that nothing is happening in their world, in their reality. You don't see it on the TV. You got to disconnect from the TV right now. You could write it in the chat, disconnect from the TV. It's going to help you out. Future proves past. Future proves past. We could be in the now moment and we could reflect back on these 3 time periods throughout the year. And look how much you have leveled up in just a short period of time. Yeah, we're all going to gain some peace. It's a vibrational cleanse that we're going through. The earth is going through a massive cleanse. Ivory Moon, I love you, Ivory Moon. Thank you so much for the support. I love you. It's the 999 completion code. Yeah. But the activation energy that we're getting, it's not easy when you get activated. If you're just tuning in right now, reflect back. March, X3 class solar flare, massive solar storm. September 7th, 9-day Schumann resonance blackout begins. And right now in December, the last solar storm. This was a triple timeline jump. And you went through these 3 things in order to put you on the highest timeline for 2023. 2023 is going to be crazy, kid. But it's going to be crazy abundant for you. All your dreams, all of your leadership positions are going to be filled in 2023. Cosmic Dreams, I love you, Cosmic Dreams. Thank you so much. So let's put out a vibrational frequency. And again, please, I'm very grateful if you just click the like button. Look how many people are coming in right now. It's so wonderful to see all of you. But let's put out this 432 hertz frequency. Let's focus that we are all sealed in the forehead. And we're all taking our position in 2023. You're sealed. You could write it in the chat right now. I am sealed. The information is coming to you through your DNA. Everything has been compromised. Everything has been infiltrated. But you know what's not infiltrated? Your sacred heart and your DNA. This is a biblical moment in history. Don't trust anyone until the end. Remember that. It stands the test of time. You're going to have to go within, and you're going to have to realize the sacred heart cannot be compromised. Your DNA is not compromised. That's why you're here right now. There are many ways to break down humanity. Some people, you might hear this term MK Ultra. They fragment the mind at this time. There is a mass psychosis that is going on in the world. I got you, Lion. There's a mass psychosis going around the world right now. And this mass psychosis is also known as an energy. The energy is known as ball. It's actually a worthless energy. There's nothing to be fearful of. I know a lot of you in the chat, you laugh about this. Worthless energy. You're sealed in the forehead. This energy cannot touch you at this time. There is a mass psychosis going around the world. The energy is known as ball. And you're going to have to awaken to this right now. You went through a triple timeline so that you could keep leveling up and leveling up. So you're up here, pay attention. You're up here, and this energy is down here. So it can't get you. Oh, do you know about that energy known as ball? Do you know about it? Better wake up now. You went through a triple timeline split to keep rising you higher and higher so that you will be in your leadership position in 2023. You could write it in the chat right now. Leadership in 2023. They use this mass psychosis. They break down the mind. There's many ways they break down the mind. There's actually something known as Stockholm Syndrome. The bells are, the alarm is sounding right now. See? Right on cue. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, leadership in 2023, absolutely. So we have to rise up in order to embrace our leadership position in 2023. And none of this energy can touch you. And you go through your trials and tribulations. God is testing you. And each time you went through this year, whether it was March or September or now in December, you're leveling up faster and faster. It's sad to deal with this. I'm empathic like all of you. I just want everyone to be friends. But that's not really what we're going through right now. There are many attacks against you right now. Maybe they're just tests from God. God is just on you. Are you in alignment? You're on your own now. There you go, buddy. Who knows what it is? We don't know. There's so much confusion right now. And the only answer, the only way to find the answers is within the DNA. DNA activation is not some spiritual wackadoo term. That's who you are right now. That's how you are activating. And oh yeah, all of the, I don't know, the infinite beings that are gathering right now. Oh, you're being activated. You gave up your godlike powers and you had to find your way. And that's what the triple timeline split was all about. You activated your DNA, catapulting you higher and higher and higher. The triple timeline split is catapulting you higher and higher. 2023, you're ready to go. You are set up for the highest timeline in 2023. We are all on the highest timeline for 2023 now. Demonic possession is real. I never, even on my journey, I've seen some things. This year, I've seen it all. I've really seen it all this year. Some people don't realize, it's hard on the heart and it's hard on the mind to really, what I went through this year, I don't wish it on anyone. Some people, they go through, bad things, but I don't know. I guess we're all going through these things in order to really believe in yourself. Maybe our brothers and sisters are sacrificing themselves for us in order to get where we need to go. Maybe the fallen. That's why you really have to be sealed in the forehead right now, because demonic possession is real. And they try to corrupt so that you can be infiltrated by this demonic possession. I'm not into, like sometimes you see people channeling beings and all this other stuff. Just be yourself. Put on the full armor of God. And if you knew something, you got to pay attention. Pay attention to the message, light warriors. If you knew something since birth, since you first heard it and it resonated with you, since you were a little boy, a little girl, that's the answer. The other people are going to mock and shame you. They're going to try to throw you off the highest timeline. If you know it inside of yourself, if you know it within your sacred heart, if the answers are written in your DNA, then you have to have the inexhaustible belief in yourself. The inexhaustible belief in yourself. Over the past year, I had many people, I thought, they said, maybe they know some stuff. I could get some, information, a little bit of advice. I'll get some advice. I know these people. You're forced to go within. And that's why you went through the triple timeline split. If you're just tuning in, the triple timeline split of this year, March, September, December, amping us up, leveling us up so that we are now on the highest timeline for 2023. We are all on the highest timeline for 2023. And this is a daily commitment. So it's not easy. Oh, it's so easy. It's so easy to do, they tell you. What are you so stressed out for? They don't realize you are altering the entire timeline within your DNA. They have no clue. Some people saw it on Zoom the other day. Some people saw it. Yeah. You have to embrace who you truthfully are. You're going to have to rise up to the occasion. Are you rising up to the occasion right now? The seal in the forehead is much more important than we even imagined. They're trying to fragment the mind. Remember this, they're trying to fragment the mind. You have to tune off the TV. You have to give up all. If you think that a human is coming to save you, and again, we don't know how it's going to play out. God works through people. We don't know the answer. The only answer. Focus. Nice and close. The only answer is yourself. There's a lot of demonic. Chris knows it in the chat. There's a lot of demonic. Listen, portals have been opened. Please, if you're new to the channel, watch the last couple weeks. Portals have been opened. There's a spiritual war as real as anything we could touch. The spiritual realm is probably more important than the physical realm. It's actually the real realm. The spiritual realm is the realest of the real, dear ones. Yeah. Everything is a vibrational frequency, so you'll see it now. You're going to have to transmute it all now. Yeah, transmute it. So let's transmute it. If you're going through these activations right now, focus on yourself. Focus on building. I want you all to focus on building the full armor of God around you. Nothing can touch you right now. You're becoming the person that you came here to be for 2023. Yeah. Become the person you came here to be in 2023. Right there. We do it live on the air. That's going to be the motto right now. Yeah. Become the person you came here to be in 2023. And that's why you went through all of these things this past year. Triple timeline split. And each time it leveled you up. You were there and you think of like an onion. Think of an onion and you keep leveling up and leveling up and leveling up. And there's a split. There's a split. Human souls, demonic entities, human, yes, human. They're everywhere. We have to realize this. And when you put on the full armor of God, when you are sealed in the forehead, when you have decalcified your pineal. I know many of you have been on this journey for a while. Please give the video a like. It really helps others find this information. I'm very grateful for that support. You see the videos, decalcify the pineal gland, right? Get out the heavy metals, get out the fluoride, right? Do the sun gazing, drink the alkaline water, blah, blah, blah. You need the pineal gland to be fully functioning right now, not calcified. We don't want a calcified pineal gland right now. We got to be focused. You can't be touched if you're a sovereign being. This is spiritual warfare. Your pineal gland is about spiritual warfare. They actually want you alive and they want to use you as a human battery. And they drain the life force energy out of that battery, human. Yes, human. They want to drain the battery. But hard times make hard people. And you're going to have to be hard. You're going to have to be indestructible. You're going to have the inexhaustible belief in yourself for 2023. And, you know, there's really a lot of demonic stuff going on. I've witnessed it. You know, many times this past year. You know, even Ireland shared a story with me. And I just think that this is, it's very sick. And, you know, we didn't witness this, but this is just a story. Ireland's sister was driving and behind these two girls smashed, they hit her car from behind, and Ireland's sister had the baby in the back seat. And, you know, and they said, why'd you hit us for? And the police came, and the whole time these two girls were laughing. The whole time. This was a sick story that I heard. How can you laugh when, you know, there's a baby in the back seat? It's a very disturbing story. How can these two girls laugh the whole time. Even the police officers were disturbed by the actions. I was not there. I'm just sharing the story. I've seen some of these things, you know. You could see this weird behavior, and the weird behavior is amping up right now. There's a lot of possessions that's happening right now. And the mainstream is learning now about all of these attacks towards children. If you'd like to check out Ireland, she's going to be going live right after this. She's going to be talking about some of this stuff. It's crazy what's going on in the world. And they laugh and they mock and shame you. They do this with symbolism, and they mock and shame you right in front of your face. It's really, I don't know, it's very disturbing. They do these things in front of our face to mock us because of free will. So they put it right in front of your face. My friend just shared, this creature, her name is Jill Biden or something like that. And they put up this Baphomet Christmas ornament thing. Did you see that? This Baphomet Christmas? I don't know. I don't really understand much of this stuff. I just think it's weird. What are your thoughts on it? You could share it in the chat. Sharon Leslie, thank you so much for the support, Sharon. Thanks for being an authentic warrior. Thanks for being here every step of the way. I'm very grateful for your daily attention, Sharon. I love you so much. You have no idea. Sharon writes, the first will be last and the last will be first. Biblical. You were chosen for such a time as this. God wins. In the end, God wins. Yeah, God wins. You could put it in the chat right now. God wins. Yeah. That's why we're winning. Winning. Every single day we're winning. And you have to focus on that frequency right now. Focus on your exponential abundance that's happening right now. You're growing your life. You're growing your leadership position every single day. You're growing. We went through this triple timeline split, and it wasn't easy this past year. And this is a really important message. It's really helping us focus on the highest timeline for 2023. You can't be in that fear-based vibration. And they want to pull you down. You get the fear, and you get the how dare you, and you get the blasphemy, and you get all the, and you cannot do this, and blah, 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 blah. And it's always the same thing over and over. I heard it before. Oh, and this is not you, over and over. The same thing. It's the same thing over and over. Are you witnessing it, light warriors? Learn the tactics. It's always the same thing. Oh, look, your channel's it's falling apart. And it just keeps going higher and higher. It keeps going high to the Most High. If you're here for the Most High, write the Most High. They don't understand what's going on, but you do. Jill Warsaw, thank you so much for the support. Jill writes, don't look back or you'll turn into a pillar of salt. That is the reference to your pineal gland. Don't look back. Yes, don't look back, keep moving forward. And that's the phrase of this channel. Keep going. Write it in the chat. Keep going. Someone don't like you? Keep going. Know them your whole life? Keep going. There is nothing else that's more important than this is the once in a lifetime situation for all of humanity. You are serving right now. You have to keep moving forward. You cannot have self-doubt. Because they're going to try to put self-doubt in your mind. But you need love. And even more important than love, authenticity. Beth Bentley Yoga, thank you so much for the support. I love you. Yeah, keep going, the line. We are building the most... Listen, we don't have to have the most powerful. We go through the exchange, but we are building the most powerful community there has ever been. People come, people go, but we keep moving forward no matter what. And that's what you have to focus on right now. If this message resonates with you, if you lived through a triple timeline split, if you happen to just tune in, reflect back the end of March, September 7th, during the Schumann Resonance blackout, 9 days, And right now in the December, the solar storms, the blackouts, the triple timeline split. Did you go through this in your life? Please share it in the comments and share this link on all platforms. We're doing this because of all of you. Karen Lemieux, thank you so much for the support, Karen. I really love you. I appreciate you. Finch, I love all of you. Finch writes, I love you, Finch. Finchy. Love the Finch. Love you, Finch. Yeah, 888. Look at that. 888 abundance codes. We have to focus on the 888 abundance and keep growing every single day. You have to keep growing. Grow like you've never grown before. Harley Ray Crystal Shop 1111. Thank you so much for the support. Harley Ray writes, always be pumping, baby. Yeah, keep going and never look back. Always look ahead. I love you very much, Harley Ray. And if you are in the California area, or if you're on the interweb, you should check out HarleyRayCrystalShop.com. She has tremendous crystals and delicious smelling candles that make your whole house smell deliciously spiritual and wonderful. I love you, Harley Ray. I love you. I love all of you. I want you to focus on this. Even if you're watching on the live stream, if it calls you, go back to this video and leave a comment and share your experience. Maybe you went through a massive shakeup. The end of March, September 7th, 9-day Schumann resonance blackout, in December. Some people can deny it, but you cannot deny this energy. The energy comes from God. You'll see what happens when you embrace God and how it just keeps going. Asher, thank you so much, Asher. I love you, Asher. Asher writes, great point, Michael. The most important characteristic that light warriors must possess in these difficult and trying times is authenticity. It's all about authenticity, Asher. And they all get exposed in authenticity. They can't deny it. You got to leave the ego at the door at this time. This is a self-empowerment channel. Some people might not like it. It's a self-empowerment channel. I'm not here to, please. I'm not here to be a people pleaser. Oh, please like me. Please like me. Michael is here. Oh, Lynn Roberts. Thank you so much, Lynn. Lynn writes, only one life will soon be past. Only what's done for Christ will last. Christ, the light of Christ is in the DNA. The light of Christ is returning from the great solar flash event. Your DNA was much more important than you were led to believe. Super Freak, I love you. Thank you so much for the support. Super Freak writes, grow where you planted new seeds. Yeah, the seeds that I plant today will not bear fruit today. And throughout the year, we went through the triple timeline split. And when we use future proofs past, we could look back. We don't want to look back and go back to the past, but look at, okay, this time it wasn't so great, but look how much I've grown. This year was about growth and stepping into your leadership role. Jade and Wiz, thank you so much for the support. I love you. So I love each and every one of you. I'm very grateful. This is such an important message, especially it's real life evidence, especially when we collaborate. Did you go through the triple timeline split? Please leave comments. I can't express to you when others read the comments. If this message resonated with you and you're new to this, you could sign up for our Patreon. We have a full 2 hour. We had a full 2 hour Zoom meeting. The recording is up there for all of you. And there's past Zoom meeting recordings, uncensored videos on Patreon. The link is in the description. If you'd like to support the channel, that's really the best support, is really joining Patreon, because I really love being on the Zoom, and I want you guys to share out as well. When I did this on Zoom and listening to a lot of what you had to share, it was step by step. This time, September, let's go back, March, September, December, triple timeline split. And it's not just about me, it's about we. You could write it in the chat. It's not about me, it's about we. So then when people come to attack you, It's about we, and we stand with feet planted firmly. We have to stand together because collectively we are greater than the sum of our parts. I know there's a lot of craziness in the world right now, but don't worry about what's going on out there. You know why. We cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious that Christ is within the DNA. Now, you're on the highest timeline for 2023. Use this to raise your vibration and increase your electromagnetism. Life is so much better when we are all together. If you find this message inspiring or know someone that could benefit from it, please share this message. Dear ones, I am Michael. Find us in the 5th dimension. We're already up there in the 5D. The 5D for 2023. Have a wonderful day living your everyday life. I love each and every one of you. The channel is our everyday lives. It's for everyday life people. We stick together. Nothing can stop this. I love you all. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.